So before you decide to glaze your pieces, you're going to want to take a look over here at the glaze options that we have and then the combination options that we have. So these are samples of all the different colors, but this is just only the one color. So this is just red by itself, this is just yellow by itself. And typically, these are not actually very interesting. They're kind of boring, they're kind of flat. So in this class, I really encourage people to double dip, okay? This chart over here, this is all double dips. And what I mean by double dip is that you dip your project in one color first, that's your undercolor, and then you pick a different color and you do a second dip on top in a different color. And it will give you some really interesting results. So for example, let's see, this number 41 right here. Let's say you look up on this chart and you're like, ooh, I like 41. What's 41? Okay, so can you zoom in over here on this chart? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come over here and you're gonna look at 41. Okay, 41 says cappuccino / grape. Whatever color is on the left, that's the underlayer color. Whatever color is on the right, that's the over color. So if it says cappuccino and grape for number 41, that means you would do one dip in cappuccino and then a dip in grape on top, okay? I do recommend that you wait in between double dipping. If you do them back to back, it cannot go well. The body of the clay will be too saturated, and then the second layer won't stick very well. So I tend to like people, sometimes you can do the first dip in the beginning of class and then the second dip at the end of class, and that works okay. But you just need a little bit of time in between. And when you're gonna dip a double, you wanna get your project in and out as fast as you can. Because if the longer you hold it in there, the thicker the layer will go on top of it. So if you're double dipping, you wanna go in and out. If you decide, I just want my project to only be one solid color, that's it. In fact, agate, this one right here, I actually like this as a single dip, but I like it as a thick single dip. So for that one, if I know I'm only gonna do one color layer, I will actually hold the piece in there for longer. Like maybe like 1 alligator, 2 alligator, like 3 alligator like dips, like seconds before I pull it out. So you can leave the piece in longer for single dips, but for double dips, you want to get it in and out as fast as you can. Okay, another thing to know about the glazes is that they have to be mixed every single time you use them, okay? So let's see, can you come over here a little bit closer? So you can see this one's pretty full. Can everybody come over here and look so that you can see what I'm talking about? So I do not want to start this, come over so you can see what I'm talking about. Thank you. I do not want to start this mixer with this blade out of the water here. That is going to be a disaster. It's going to spray you everywhere. It sinks to the bottom. You want to start with some little zhuzhes at the bottom, and then you can go kind of up and down like this, and you can go around in a circle. But what you do not want to do is have this thing partially in and partially out, or it'll spray everywhere. And when it's fuller like this, you have to watch out for that. It's more likely to spray everywhere. When you're done with this, what I want you to do, so this is agate, right? I want you to have the lid flipped over, and then if you want to put the mixer down, put the mixer down with the lid flipped upside down. Because you can see, if people start just like putting the mixer down on top of these, it ends up like where they'll get so covered with glaze you can't even tell which one's which. So this way we keep this color on the inside of this lid, and then when I flip it over, I'm not contaminating it with other colors, and I'm keeping the lid kind of clean. Okay, so that's how we mix our glazes. You have to do that right before you dip every time. Because if you walk away from that for like, let's say 10 minutes and come back to it, it will have settled just in 10 minutes. So every time you dip, you have to, right before you do it, you have to mix it, okay? Okay. All right, so that is introduction. Also, you can come over here like this, and if someone has it in red and you're gonna put it into white, like definitely you gotta mix it. You have to rinse it out in between. Okay, so that's a little introduction to this. So you're figuring out what color you're gonna do. Am I doing a single dip or a double dip?